Hi, my name's Andre, and I'm here to take you through a specific series of lessons. What we'll try to do in this series of lessons, in fact the following 4, is learn about logic and logical thinking and how to take that logic and translate it into a writing style. So effectively, what we're going to be looking at is 2 styles of writing. Ultimately, argumentative writing and discursive writing. Ways to persuade people, ways to convince people of your own particular point of view. In order to do that, though, in this particular lesson today, we're going to start with expository writing and build on that. Now, if you think about it carefully, you use argument and persuasion in almost everything in life. Politicians use it, your teachers use it to persuade you that they're right, and you use it on your parents to persuade them of all sorts of things, not to mention your friends. So effectively, this will help you in everyday life to persuade others of your point of view. We're going to start with expository writing, something which is defined as writing to explain. And from that point, we're going to work further into looking at discussion and argument. So today, effectively, we're looking at expository writing and comparing it to discursive writing. It works as follows. An expository style is used for scientific writing, for reporting, and for when you want to give instructions, as opposed to a discursive style when you're exploring a topic for discussion and for general information to inform people. By the end of this lesson, I'm hoping you'll be able to identify and compare the 2 styles, construct each style, choose the correct style for the correct function, and then understand the function of each particular style. Let's take a look at the characteristics of these 2 styles of writing. Right, so let's firstly look at expository writing. It's the kind of writing and the kind of language which you're going to use in more formal, more organized situations. Information is stated clearly, simply, and directly. Then the information has to be neutral, without intentional emotion. And only the essential information need be given: time, place, sequence of events, and if necessary, the people who are involved in the situation. Right, so from what we've looked at now, let's have a quick think about where we're going to find this kind of writing, the expository writing. Certainly we're going to find it in news reports, then in directions when you're telling someone where to go. It's the kind of writing used in recipes and certainly in how-to manuals. But we have to move on. Think about expository writing and go one step further, and let's talk for a moment about discursive writing. Here, we're looking at a type of writing in which we give opinion, in which we substantiate what we're arguing, in fact, where we discuss everything about a particular situation. Here, we're looking at more than just the facts of the matter. There are detailed descriptions, details of discussion. It is used for expressing an opinion. Your own opinion and other opinions should be included. In addition then, the reasons for events or for situations must be provided. Not just the simple factual information is given. So let's look at a situation from everyday life. Consider a party that you went to. Firstly, at the party a boy dumped his girlfriend. Secondly, there were people at this party who drank a little too much. And thirdly, 2 boys were about to get into a fight. In fact, they did get into a fight. Realistically, there are 2 ways in which you could report this situation. Let's have a quick look at one of these ways. And while we're looking, think about what is expository and what is discursive. Last night, I was at a party. It started at 8, and I arrived soon after that. At 9:15, a fight broke out between Travis and Himish. At 10, Paul broke up with Romy. She was crying when she left. So you've seen that this is a fairly straightforward but detailed account. Not too much emotion is referred to, and not too many details are given. Now let's have a look at what could be another approach. Wow, what a rave. Last night I went to the party. Soon after I arrived, Travis and Himish piled into each other because Travis chatted up that girl Himish likes. You should have seen Travis's face. We just laughed at him. Hey, the best thing happened. Paul finally broke up with Romy. What I've just read to you has all the facts, but certainly we've added a great deal of extra information. Let's have a look at one or two things connected to this extra information. Certainly right at the outset, wow, what a rave. Immediately you have a sense of mood, a sense of how the person writing felt. Then in addition to that, we're given reasons. Let's take a look. Travis and Himish piled into each other because Travis chatted up that girl Himish likes. So the writers told us the reasons for things happening. In addition to that, let's take a look at reaction. Here, we just laughed at him, someone else's reaction. And then there's personal opinion, things which the writer himself or herself felt. Hey, the best thing happened. Paul finally broke up with Romy. Do you see that what we've been given is the fact and some discussion, some discursive approach. We have been told the reasons, the way people felt, the tone of the piece. So let's think about which style is which. Clearly, the first extract, extract A, is expository. It was factual, it was clear, it told us what was happening. And then extract B was clearly discursive. There we learnt about opinion, we learnt about idea, and we learnt about what other people thought of the situation. What I'd like to do now is look at something far more simple. We'll look at a simple example and take that example into both styles. So for example, you'd want to give a directive. Okay? You'd want to tell someone how to act. We know that sunlight can be harmful to our skins, and you might want to caution people about this, so you'd write, you should always wear sun protective lotion when outdoors. Here, you've said exactly what needs to be said. It's the kind of thing you read on your sunscreen. But no reasons are given, no explanations are given. In fact, it is purely expository. If we wanted to build that into what is effectively a discursive piece of writing, we may want to do something like this. You should always wear sun protective lotion when outdoors because the ozone layer in our atmosphere is depleting. Scientists believe that UV rays cause damage to the skin. Do you see that here we've given much more explanation? We've given reason for why that process ought to take place. So discursive writing again, we are given reasons, we're given explanations, in some way we are persuaded. Let's try now, just to recap for a moment, what we've learned in this lesson. We've looked at expository writing, that writing which is factual and organized and ordered. And then we looked quickly at discursive writing. More information is given us, more opinion is given us, and certainly more reasons are given us. We also learned that an expository style is used for scientific writing, for reporting, and for when you want to give instructions. You would use a discursive style, on the other hand, when you're exploring a topic for discussions and for general information. So now let's do two more examples together. I'm going to read a sentence to you, and you need to think about whether we are dealing with expository writing or discursive. Here it is. The delegates at the conference need to reach a decision by 8 tomorrow morning. Is this one expository? Well, yes, because all we have is the facts, we have no reasons for those facts, and really we're just looking at an instruction. Now I'm going to read a second one to you, and this time you need to decide for yourselves whether we're dealing with expository or discursive writing. Here it comes. In order to focus on development, third world countries have suggested that the agenda be modified. So now you think about this one, and with logical reasons, try to explain why it is expository or discursive. Right, now your tasks for today's lesson are as follows. What I'd like you to do is give your friend instructions or directions as to how to get to your house, and thereafter discuss an issue with a friend and try to persuade them of your point of view. Any issue will do: AIDS, abortion, space travel. Now, I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson, and certainly I hope to see you for tomorrow's one. Goodbye.